Okay, as I had mentioned in a previous video, new build, and this is the old case that I was referring to that I'm going to do a build in. This is an old case. This is an Elite Cooler Master Elite 310. I've only seen one of these now on eBay. This one has the blue trim. The one I saw on eBay had gold trim, and it was for $42 to $45, I believe, on eBay. I've seen another one on Amazon, and they went on $162. But this in the day, several years ago, probably in 2000, I'd say 2006 is when I picked this up. USB 2.0 was prominent in, as you can see here. If I bring that up, you have the 2.0 here, and of course there's a 3.5 inch slot and the 5 1/4 slots. But anyway, this was 2.0 was at its point where it was almost new. It was in cases were starting to come out with it. And this is basically Cooler Master's one of their cheaper cases. At the time, this was probably about $30 or $40 just for the case. And as you can see, it has a window here, and there's a side for the fan to blow against your graphics card. And on the back, it has thumb screws, so you can take the sides off. Thumb screws like that. Just pop the side off like this, and you can see I already have a fan installed. This is, I believe, blue LED fan. I gotta clean this up a little bit more, but anyway. But you can see the interior. The edges are rolled, so you're not going to cut yourself installing anything. It is possible, I think I've checked this out, it is possible that you could put a water block in here. As long as you put the fan first and then the water block, you can put that in here. The power supply sits on the top, and basically I already have the mounts for the motherboard already installed, as you can see, and then hard drives will fit in this slot. Now, today a lot of builds are doing with what they call an SSD, and here's one from Kingston. Hope you can see that, Kingston. It's a 120 gig hard drive or a SSD, and this is basically what you would put your operating system on, and this will make your system run very fast. But as you can see, this system doesn't have a spot for it. So what you can do is just go out and pick up one of these little, I'm going to call this a sled, but basically, I picked this up for $10. And what you can do, you see it already comes with screws, a bag of screws that you can use. And basically all you're going to do is you're going to put the SSD on here, like so, and then you slide it into the 3.5 inch slot, just like that. And you tie it down, and you have an SSD. And this is an older computer that didn't have one, so this is a nice little adapter piece that you can get for doing the SSDs or the 3.5 inch drives that if you want. And this is just one little thing. Now the other, this system does not have, this case doesn't have USB 3. You know, the other thing you can know for that, there is an external USB 3 part that you can pick up, Now I got this in a 3.5 inch or a 5.5 inch adapter, but you can always slip this into the 3.5 inch bay. But I'm going to put this into this bay up here. This way. Okay. Anyways, you can slip it in here into this slot. It'll go into here, or on top, anywhere you want, and that will give you your USB 3.0 in an old case. So you can take basically an old case like this, make it into new, and still use it for a new build. It has plenty of airflow. There's a fan that goes in the front. You can pull the front out, show you that, like this. Front comes off. You can see here, in here I can put a fan. This is a 120 fan mount, and then there's a 120 mil fan mount in the back. Like I said, you can actually put a water cooler onto here as long as you put the fan first, then the water block. You can put that in here, and nice little system, little case. All the wiring is here for everything you need. And this will be a build for me, and I will show you later when I get everything ready, and I'll build into this case. We have the 3.0 USB installed. I have a Blu-ray drive installed into the system, into the case, and basically if I went out and I bought a brand new case and I wanted to have a hot swap system put in case with that, it would cost me anywhere from $150 to $200 for one of these cases. But I went on to Amazon. I found some parts that I could install into this case, and this is a 3.5 inch drive bay, which means I can take either laptop drives, the little 3.5 inch, or as I said, the SSDs. Now I'm going to take this drive, this little piece, which is a hot swap, and I'm going to slip it into here. Now it will sit in there, and when I want to take a drive out, I just simply push, the lever comes up, I can take a drive like this, put it in, like so, and then shut the door, lock it, and the drive is in, and it's ready to go for me to transfer information from it to an internal drive. And then when I don't want it, I can take it, push, and it pops out, and I can take that drive out. This is what they call a hot swap, and this is just for basically SSDs, or for like I said, laptop drives. And this will go into this slot. Okay, here's another part that I'm going to add to this system, and that's another different hot swap. You can see this is the 3.5 for laptop drives or SSDs, and I wanted to add another hot swap for bigger drives. For actually no, this is 2.5. Sorry, this is the 2.5 inch drive, and I wanted to do a 3.5 inch drive hot swap. So again, on Amazon, I picked up this piece from Thermaltake that can go into any system in the 5.25 inch bay, like this. Slips in, make it even, and you just pull out, and you open up the door, and you just take your 3.5 inch hard drive, like this, put it up, and close the door, and you have a hard drive, and you can transfer any information from it to your internal hard drive, or you can use this as the hard drive. It's just a matter of opening the door and out comes the drive again, and away you go. So this is another added piece that you can do to, again, this is an old case that I'm adding little pieces to that you can get in modern cases that will cost you anywhere from $150 to $200. So you can take an old case and make this into something that will do anything that the $200 cases will do. And the only difference with this case is if you come over around here, you can see most cases have a cutout here for the CPU. This one does not, but it's not that big of a deal, because if you're just basically going to have a system that you want as a multimedia and you want to be able to hot swap your drives, it's not really a gamer. You really don't need to overclock it, so that you don't need a bigger heatsink other than what's already comes with the processor itself. So this is basically what you can do to an old case to make it new and bring it up to date. Like I said, the USB 2.0 was already here. You get a microphone and headphone, and you have, as I added, the hot swap for the 2.5 SSDs, and then a hot swap for 3.5, and I added the 3.0 USB ports on here. So now there's 4 ports on the front, 2 USB 2.0 and 2 3.0. And then there's the LG LightScribe and Blu-ray. This is a Blu-ray player, so you can play your Blu-rays, DVDs, CDs, burn CDs, burn DVDs. It just won't burn to Blu-ray. But basically, this is your front. This is everything that you might need to have a nice little multimedia system for your home.